Hey friends, it's Justin Bevins here, and I just wanted to do a quick video because I've had some clients recently ask me about this government shutdown and how it's going to affect their ability to buy or sell a home. So I thought I'd take a few minutes and just to explain what's going on. So we've been in this shutdown, I think, for about 19 or 20 days now, and it is having a bit of an effect on the real estate market in a couple of ways. First of all, government employees that have been furloughed as a result of the shutdown, they're having issues potentially getting financing if they're thinking of buying a home strictly because they can't get a verification of employment, possibly they can't show income or complete a mortgage application because they're a little uncertain about when they might be going back to work. So that's an issue for government employees, and certainly we hope it gets resolved quickly so that any of them are thinking about buying a home continue with the process. But there's also some government employees who are going to have trouble paying their existing mortgage during the shutdown too. Now FHA has come out and asked lenders to be lenient with those borrowers, try and work out forbearance plans or payment plans with them to make sure that they don't get too far behind on their mortgage, and to forego credit reporting, negative credit reporting for those borrowers that aren't receiving any income while they're being furloughed, because it's nothing they can do about it. It's not something that they brought upon themselves. It's out of their control. So FHA has stepped in and asked lenders to be more lenient from that regard. Now, if you're a buyer and you're thinking about buying, you might be wondering how this is going to affect you from a mortgage standpoint. And there's a couple of things. FHA and USDA loans could experience some delays, and we're already hearing that with the USDA particularly. So if you're getting one of those two types of loans, be prepared that you could be in for a longer process than normal, and you may not be able to get your loan through until we get this government shutdown behind us. So that's the first thing. And then if you're not applying for an FHA or USDA loan, a government loan per se, you're just getting a regular conventional loan, you could still run into some problems with Social Security Administration if you've got to verify income through Social Security Administration, and the IRS if your lender is going to verify your tax returns, which is pretty common in loan scenarios. So expect delays. There's going to be some issues there potentially until we get this resolved. Now, if you're a seller, you might be wondering how this could affect you. A couple of things. If you've got an IRS lien, again, because communication with the IRS is difficult at this time, escrow and title may not be able to clear your IRS liens and move you towards closing if that was something that was going to be cleared prior to closing your transaction. So that's something that could come up. And of course, you could be working with buyers that are having a difficulty with getting their loan to go through. So if you're a seller and you're under contract and you're thinking, great, I'm going to have a 30-day escrow, I'm going to get this thing closed. If that buyer has problems getting that loan closed because they can't get verification of employment or they can't get IRS verification of tax returns, if their lender's having problems, then that's obviously going to slow your whole deal down. So as a seller, that could be a potential for problem for you as well. Overall, this is making the housing market a little jittery. It's hard to say what kind of an effect it's going to have on sales and pricing overall. Hopefully it's not an extended shutdown, because that would certainly put a damper on things. But if it gets resolved fairly quickly, hopefully everybody will get caught back up. We'll be back on track, and the housing market won't see too much of a negative impact. So anyway, that's just a little explanation of what you can expect during this federal shutdown, and hopefully it doesn't affect you. If there's any questions you have about this, please give me a call or leave me a comment or leave me a message in the comments down below, and I'd love to answer any questions you have. Love to talk real estate with you. Thanks. Take care.